What is up, everybody? Nathan B here today with another video, and you guessed it, it is on security like the thumbnail implies. I had a full node owner, Devo Ash, reach out to me asking about wallets and cached contracts and how to revoke contracts on existing wallets, and really focused on reducing risk on his Vulcan wallet, and I thought it was a great question. So I dug into it a little bit deeper, and I thought I'd do a video to share with everyone because this is an important topic, and I think you're gonna really get a lot out of this. So yeah, let's jump in and have a look. All right, firstly, before we get into showing you on your wallets how to look for these cash contracts, cached approvals, whatever you want to call them, I was doing a little bit of searching, and I found on Cointelegraph here, February of this year, where there was a case where a hacker was able to find a vulnerability in a DEX, Dexable, the aggregator, and $2 million was stolen. And so the company sent out this in February saying, hey, we regret to inform you that in the early hours of February 17, a hacker exploited a vulnerability in our newest smart contract. This allowed the hacker to steal funds from any wallet that had an unspent send approval on the contract. Okay, and it goes on here to say that further in the report here, in the report, the team states that it had noticed something was wrong when one of the founders had $50,000 worth of crypto moved out of his wallets for a reason that were unknown at the time. After looking into this, the team found the attacker had used this function to move in total $2 million worth of crypto from users that had previously authorized the app to move their tokens. Okay, so something that their users on their DEX had cached on chain on the wallet they used, and then that was exploited through a bug in the aggregator code, and as I said, that was exploited. So what is that, and how can we find if that is something that we have? Because every single wallet that you have, unless it's brand new, you're going to find one of these cash contracts. Not particularly for this one, but just for PancakeSwap or anything you do like that, and I'll get to that. If I go down here, it says the common practice of authorizing token approvals for large amounts. Okay, so large amounts is usually, it'll show you it'll be unlimited. Has sometimes led to losses for crypto due to buggy, right? In this case, it was buggy or outright malicious contracts. Okay, leading some experts to warn users to, and this is the action, and this is what this video is about, is revoking approvals on a regular basis. Okay, so as individual users owning the wallet, is to look into these contract approvals on chain and looking at, should we be revoking, which ones we should be looking at, and we should be looking at that more frequently than we do. So this link here takes me to one of these experts that this article talks about. So, and this Reddit user, again, only 3 months ago, so the point here is check and revoke your smart contract approvals as soon as possible. This user goes on to talk about, over the last few years, I've approved many smart contracts. Okay, so that's what all of us are doing is, for example, if you have the MetaMask extension like I have here, and you go to a DApp or a DEX, and you then want to sell or send or swap something, do something on chain or on a chain, you're going to have to, you'll go through that. Hey, do I approve the connection here? And it'll cost you a transfer, a gas fee. and then that part typically gets cached on chain on the wallet. And the reason for that is because it's on chain, it costs you a fee. And so once you approve that, it makes it more convenient that if you do it again, you're not going to have to pay that same fee. Okay. But that exposes you to potentially a way for people to come along, of course, and try and expose that, or so let's have a look at this more. So I mean, this user's saying that, hey, he went and looked on his and he found that most of them were that unlimited amount, and so so you should at least check your approvals to and possibly revoke them. Revoking means, deleting them, pulling away that cash from the wallet on chain. The reason for that is one might have accidentally approved a malicious contract that is only waiting for a certain amount of funds to steal, or some hacker might find a bug in good behaving contract that could be exploited. Okay, right. So that's a great point. Today it might not exist, but tomorrow there might be an exploit. And he kind of finishes it up saying, hey, it's better be safe than sorry. Exactly. So how then in here it's like, how do we look at this ourselves for our own wallets? And it's broken down into two pieces here. It's like, go and look at each of the official scan chains or use a third-party solution. Now, if we cover this third-party first, he says, which I 100% agree with, use with care. I did not check or try them. Okay. The difference between the third-party and the official scan chains is the third-party is easier. I mean, it is. It's one. I've heard of this one, revoke.cash, so I'm going to open that one up and go through it. So this one, you'd connect your. I don't suggest you use this one, but I wouldn't be using this one. But connect your wallet, and then you're able to look at your single wallet and look at all the chains and see what contracts are cached on them. And when I was reading through this, I was having a look at the video and I came down the bottom here, and for some reason, don't know why, but this word kind of just jumped out at me, and I was like, and I just automatically saw it, and I'm like, I need to know what that is, and I clicked on it, and my corporate machine here just went crazy with blocking and saying, hey, something's not, vulnerability, and so, I shouldn't have done that, but anyway, I wouldn't be using that. If I go back to this, use each of the chains to look. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go run that through with you now. So the first one here is if we go to the common one, bscscan.com, and you're going to go up to more here, and then you're going to go click on this token approvals. You're just going to copy and paste your wallet address and search there. Now, this one is not mine, it's just one I found. It didn't take me long to kind of get a good example to do a video on. And you can see here that whoever owns this wallet is pretty active on, as you'll see, not this chain, but many chains. And so this is one page and there's 2 pages here. I'm sure you could find one that has a lot of these historical activity log caching of when a user goes and tries to do something with tokens, buy, sell, swap, whatever, transfer, whatever, on you can see here Pancake Swap, MetaMask, a swap router. All right, now I'll jump in with the Vulcan piece here. Is you may have your own setup where you've got a wallet that you use actively and, may even be cold. I don't know. It doesn't have much stuff in there or whatever. But personally, when it comes to the Vulcan wallet, the USAC wallet, use it just for that. It's free to create wallets. Just use your Vulcan one just for that. Have it dedicated. Don't be connecting and adding all these different contracts on chain to different, on chain to 4 different chains with the Vulcan one. Just keep it at that. Keep the risk down here low. That would be one thing. And yeah, so if we have a look at this individual's wallet, I go to this. I was looking through this and I found this. Okay. So what I noticed here is that, so here's the stable here. Well, in this case, it's the contract, which is just the stable coin contract for this Binance Peg USDC. You could say this is the service, and in this case, it resolves to PancakeSwap, which we all should have probably heard of. And then the router, the swap router for MetaMask, I've heard of that one as well. This one I have not personally, and these two they're not that familiar to me. I don't know what the Celia network, the bridge is here. Okay, so if I look at this baby router, and then also I see over here it says unlimited. So that means back in 2021, whoever owned this wallet went on to the service being baby router and connected and approved some sort of transaction potentially they would have done, with interacting with the contract being this Binance Peg USDC. And when they did that, it then essentially, I'm using this concept of caching it because it kind of is, and because they would have paid something for that, and it keeps it there. So if they wanted to do it again, they don't have to do that transaction because it's already done on this wallet on chain. But the thing is, if this baby router had some sort of vulnerability, like that example I gave you with the other aggregator, the Dexable aggregator, then that's what would have happened. That on that case that I gave you is users, as they said, they connected to do something. They interacted. Excuse me. The users interacted with that DEX. It put it here, and someone exploited it. Like a hacker exploited it. They were able to then, because it's unlimited. In this case, if someone exploited it in the future on Baby Router, and this had $1,000, $1 million of this coin and this contract, they should be able to take that out. Now I'll jump in here and say, if this wallet is controlled by a hardware wallet, does that make a difference? Well, yeah, it does. Okay, it does, but it does protect it. But again, there's this whole thing about people constantly asking me, how to, in security, can we just have a hardware wallet and we're good? No, you have to look at all. There isn't one button for being secure in crypto. And this is just another thing that you can do, especially what I said before about your Vulcan dedicated wallet, to just reduce risk, is to not have these entries in here for random stuff. And also on the hardware wallet controlled aspect of it, it's today we might be okay, but who knows what comes in a week? Who knows what comes in 6 months with some other vulnerability? We're always trying to push this and break stuff like that. So again, reducing risk, do this, and look through and see what you can remove here or revoke. Now, another example I found is, I wanted to jump across to this one. Excuse me. You can see here that same contract, all right? So dollars here, but nothing is resolved to a service. The spender here, the service. This could be one of those unknown ones that article was talking about. And then again, it's just this bad trifecta here. It's unlimited. It's any amount. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but there are bots and exploits that go around looking at these wallets, and I think the article said that they just wait till there's a certain amount of a particular contract, especially things like BTC, ETH, BNB, stable stuff, and when that exists, and in this case that could be exploited, because this could be a bad actor service here, and it's unlimited, so it's gone, especially if this is a cold wallet. Now, So that's that. Now that's the BSC chain. So I'm going to copy, you will copy that out and you'll look at FTM, go and check that manually, dump it in, and you can see that this wallet is busy. I mean, there's like eight or 5 pages here. Just a lot of stuff here on this wallet. So, okay. Another one is I'm going to manually jump onto ETHScan here.io, okay? And I have a good one here to show you. So I'm going to copy a different address here, and I'm going to go up to more. I'm going to go to Token Approvals here, and I'm going to dump that one in, and I'm going to hit enter on that. So similar format on the BSC chain, where you can see the same sort of thing. But what I found quite interesting here is that even the official ETHScan site, I mean, this wallet has quite a lot of money in it, $32,000, 129.83, but it says at risk. Okay, so it's added all the assets up here, okay, and it's saying that it even sees, because of these, that they're potentially at risk. The portal is telling you. So if I go across there, I think, yeah, the total holdings minus the ETH value. Oh no, that's quite a lot. Yeah, so all the contracts, the token assets in that contract section added up together with $32,000. Okay, so now, yeah, so that's what. Now you're probably wondering, okay, but how do I get rid of that? How do I, over here you can see, revoke that? Now I'm going to do this with mine, so let me jump across here, and I'm connected via MetaMask here, so I'm going to grab just an address I have here, and I'm going to dump it in there. I'm going to connect. You can see something to do with Seifu then back in October. But you're gonna click on connect to Web3. I'm okay because this is bscscan.com. I'm going to click on MetaMask here, and I'm going to click approve. Now, another couple of tips here is not just for this, but when you're connecting to different dApps and DEXs and things like that, always, I mean, I'm guilty of this, always read through what's happening here in each of these steps, because it tells you here what you're approving against, in this case, the bscscan.com portal. It's asking that I want access, or if I click connect, that it's going to be able to see addresses. Okay, I'm okay with that. Account balance, I'm okay with that. And activity. But I have seen cases where it has talked about different things, like unlimited amount of funds. I've seen things where it's like hidden steps here as well. You have to go back and navigate around a little bit to find what it's actually doing. But just go through and read and make sure this is all HTTPS, things like that. So once you connect here, this is talking just about a beta version of this tool set. So I'm going to click on OK. And once that is connected, you can see that I do have this revoke option. And so the token here is going to be, in this case, Seifu, and the sender was this Seifu X sacrifice. And I'll click on revoke. And this is where it also, to revoke these contracts is going to cost you, because it's on chain. And this is a perfect segue into talk about the Vulcan Flex that we are going to be doing every single day, okay? And the question might be coming out, you might be thinking of the question, like, should I, if I have my Vol bag or bags and I do my Flex and I connect and I see that line item there, and it is the official Vulcan dApp that they'll create, what should I do? Should I delete that after every day, after every Flex, each day? That's up to you. I mean, for me, I think I am going to do that in the start at least. Now, I do have confidence in the team and creating that secure DApp, but still, it's just an extra step, I think, because it'll be very cheap in a sense to just go through and delete it. And also, one of the things is that because the Vulcan blockchain and the feature of us connecting to claim that flex every day, what's going to happen is, mark my words, you're going to have a lot of people, or these bad actors out there that are going to try and exploit this because of that, because they know that we're connecting every day. They're gonna be creating bad URLs and different things. So that's again why you should be reading all this every single day. It should be kind of set in stone on your desk that this is what you do. You check this, you go down here, you make sure everything looks good, and at the end of it, you can come in here and delete it. It costs you a few cents. Tomorrow you reconnect, it costs you a few more cents. That's what I think I'll do, at least until think things are running well or whatever. But that would be my advice. So I'm going to reject that for now. I'm not just interested for this wallet. Yeah, the last one I have is another tip here is, if I use the example of Sifu.com, I'm going to pretend just that I'm going to connect to this DApp to buy. So if I connect my wallet, MetaMask again, I'm going to connect on that one. Again, I'm going to read this, HTTPS, good, app.sifu.com, good, connecting. Now, so after I finish buying my Sifu here on my wallet and I click on disconnect and I close down that tab and I close down the actual Sifu portal and I go to my MetaMask here and I click on these little three dots here and I go down to connected sites, you can see that the app.sifu is still connected. So another step in your process daily is to just go and disconnect that as well. Disconnect that, or the BNB one. Right? So I want nothing in here. Right? So nothing is connected. And then go through and do your flex, finish your flex, delete your contract in here. So nothing is there as well on the, it'll be on the Vulcanscan site. And then you're reducing your risk. So yeah, that is the end of this video. Leave me some questions below in the comments, or if you have any comments or questions, leave them below. And yeah, I'll continue on this security journey. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed this, and bye for now.